Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to the Rolling Cup podcast. I am your host, the amazing Sniper Beef. How are you doing? It feels like the British summer has finally arrived. A little blip at the weekend, but I was just out watching my son's football, and I feel like I got sunburnt facing the sun for literally an hour. So no, it's very nice here in the UK at the moment. Devastate. How are you?
I am very well. It has been lovely. The weather has been out, and where I sit at my desk and play games, we don't get aircon in the UK. So, and I have the sun going against my window the entire day, and it has been like, well, it might have been only 25 degrees outside, it's been like 35 in in my apartment. So, um, apart from absolutely sweating my balls off working and playing games, I have been very well. Apart from Arsenal losing in the Champions League and getting knocked out, that is a blip on my sort of week, I should say.
Indeed, indeed. And Mass, how are you?
I'm very well with 58 days to go to a 27th annual Link Up. So yeah, all looking good here. So yeah.
58 days to go. It wasn't so long ago we said it was the 100th, and now we're into the 50s. So another week and we'll be into the 40s or so. So it is flying by. But
What I will
without
just say with that, because we are going to be approaching the countdown, so make sure everyone gives us a like, follow, subscribe on wherever you're watching, listening, interacting with us. Drop a comment from what you liked about this episode. Like I say it up front rather than at the end for the people that don't catch it. And yeah, make sure you say that we've got some exciting stuff coming up outside of the stuff we usually do on the pod. So yeah, again, make sure you are subscribed and keep your eyes peeled for some bits and pieces coming out over the next 58 days.
Indeed, indeed. Yes, very excited for the link up. It's getting close. It's getting close. But let's crack on with today's podcast. So we're going to talk about GTA 6, Mafia, Titanfall and EA, Windward Horizon, Doom, and then we'll round off this week's podcast with Mass's Game of the Week that we'll potentially be playing at the link up. But let's kick off with the biggest gaming news probably in the last 10 years. GTA 6 have finally dropped both the trailer and the official release date this week. So the release date is going to be the 26th of May 2026 next year. So we've got just over a year to wait. The trailer was honestly mind-blowing in terms of graphics. And for me, the way that the characters moved and looked and sort of their mannerisms of how they sort of opened doors and stuff was mind-blowingly good. Now, I don't think they'll get that level of graphics on the Xbox or the PS5. I think you'll probably get that on the PC as and when that does come out. But it's a really, really good trailer to tease the world with what's potentially coming with GTA 6 for sure. Obviously, there's been a lot of hype around it for the last 10 years and how many billions of dollars they put into it. So, I mean, me for one, I love the trailer. I thought it was really, really good, and it just looked really good.
They they are contesting though that what we saw was actually in-game footage captured on the base PS5, and
Really?
that's what surprised me because I was looking at the PS5's graphics card is equivalent to a Radeon 6700 or a GeForce 3070, but that is what is being reported that
I
it was
can't see. I
not
just can't see it.
not even a Pro. That's what they're saying. So
Like
how they
those graphics in that trailer looked unreal. Like,
yeah, they've
Yeah.
like I would argue maybe some of the best graphics I've ever seen in a game.
unless they've been working with the hardware of the consoles for that long, they've been able to sort of optimize and squeeze just absolutely the most they possibly can out of it. But yeah, it's
You've got to
astonishing
remember, this is coming out next
achievement in
year,
itself.
next May, when we'll have
I mean,
possibly the next iteration of graphics
We
cards.
will do, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't believe that at all. I can't believe that's they're getting out of the current PS5.
That's what Rockstar are confirming. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know in the obviously because it was delayed for this year on their quarterly announcement call for performance, that it was what people were expecting. But originally, it was going to be that the game was only going to release on Xbox and PS and PlayStation, and that the PC would come further on down the line. I don't know if they've mentioned that the May next year release date is that going to be including PC as well, or is that just console release date, or have they not said either way?
I haven't seen either way, but
Okay.
I mean, can you imagine just in time for a 2026 Raw Link Up? Like, can you imagine?
It might be a 2026 and everyone's got a PlayStation for the first time ever.
I won't be buying a PlayStation. I only buy Xbox. No, super exciting though. Super exciting GTA 6. I'll be very excited to play it. Graphics looked incredible. So, yeah, still got a year to wait, but that year will fly by, and next year's link up will be here sooner than we can think. That's for sure. Anyway, moving on. Mass, talk to me about what's going on with Mafia, because this is a game which is close to your heart, I know.
Yeah, so Mafia they've just dropped a trailer. The developer Hangar 3 and publisher 2K for Mafia: The Old Country. So this is not. I don't think it's set in the same city or fictional town that Mafia 2 was set in. It's going to be more sort of. It's not going to be an open world game like Mafia 3. It's going to be more like Mafia and Mafia 2. I have to say that I played Mafia and Mafia 2, and the first Mafia game is one of my favorite games of all time. I liked Mafia 2 as well. I never played Mafia 3. I was sort of deterred because of the reviews. But I've watched the trailer for this Mafia Old Country. It looks fantastic. So third person, the same as so it's sort of over the shoulder sort of camera sort of style. The same as the previous three games. So as I said, it won't be the open world that the third one was. It's going to be more like the first and second one. So,
When
but if
did
it's
the-
anything,
I was going to say, when did the original
2002.
Yeah, I was about to say it must have been early 2000, something like that. 'Cause it feels like it's a long, long time ago. Because I remember when it came out, because it was obviously after GTA, and everyone were like, "Oh, it's similar to how GTA is." And yeah, it was a good game. I definitely agree with that.
It was punishingly hard, actually. Where you had to try and win a race in one of the. I think it was like. I can't remember. It was a few levels in anyway, but you had to win this race. But it was very, very difficult. But I do remember speaking to a few people that in the original Mafia game, it's such a shame because some people found the earlier mission where you acted as just a cab driver. It was just trying to get you into the feel of the game. You just had to do sort of mundane, just picking someone up to point A and taking them to point B. Some people just literally just capitulated, didn't bother playing, just stopped playing it, and it's just such a shame because they missed out on there was such a great game there. It was a really great story, fantastic. This one will be available both on PC and it's going to be PlayStation and an Xbox release August the 8th. It's down for. It's using the Unreal 5 engine, so yeah,
must be a good thing.
This is going to be a day one play for me. I've been waiting for this game. It looks fantastic.
What day of the week is it, Devastate? You're gonna have to book a day off work.
Thursday or
no, well,
it's a Friday.
Well, it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's fine. No, that is a day one play for me. It, as someone who really loved Indiana Jones and the game that came out last year, this I think looks like it's going to play very similar to that game. Okay, like first versus third person, but the gameplay trailer that came out just looked fantastic and reminded me. There's some elements that reminded me of how Indiana Jones played.
There's a stealth element from what you can looking at the trailer.
But the way that the graphics looked incredible. So yes, I am very excited to play that, and yeah, August, fine, beginning of the football season though, so we'll see what happens.
You have to have two screens, wouldn't you, Devastate? You have to have two screens on, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
First world problems. Anyway, moving on, Devastate. So EA have been laying off a few staff and cancelling the new Titanfall game. And I remember when the original Titanfall came out, I really liked it. Really liked the game. It was a massive hit for on the Xbox at the time. I remember that much. But yeah, talk to me about it.
Yeah, so EA Vancouver, they got rid of 670 staff last year, and they're reportedly cutting 300 additional jobs right now. There's going to be there's actually 400 positions going, but those difference in the 100 will be moved into other roles within the company. But this is essentially going to be leaked to the new Titanfall game. EA of themselves are moving around their business quite a lot. Not just with Titanfall, but their whole company is having to change, because since March of 2 years ago, so March 23, they've now let go of 1,800 staff.
It's a large proportion of a workforce.
So I've said for the last year about my opinion on EA and what they're doing in the EAFC franchise, what they've been doing in other franchises to try and basically get money out of all of their gamers in a horrible microtransaction cosm, and they had a lot of backlash. I also, and this is just purely my thought, I've read nothing on this, that it wouldn't surprise me if there's something being talked about with obviously the tariffs being spoken about by Trump with Canada, and how digital rights are going to be done worldwide. That if a video game is manufactured by EA and it's going into the US, that it doesn't have some sort of additional tariff being imposed on it. So it might be EA trying to be a bit of ahead of the curve with this sort of digital entertainment ruling that looks like it's going to be put in place.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But yeah, shame. Titanfall was a very good game. The original Titanfall, that is, when it came out. So yeah,
well, they cancelled the last. They're going to have an Apex Legends Titanfall crossover. 2 years ago, that got banned. There's obviously new one banned. So I've never been particularly a fan of Titanfall myself.
We did
play a link up.
Play a link up. Yeah, we did.
We did. Yeah,
100%. But more importantly, I think Devastate has used a term we've never used on the podcast before, which is COSM. So welcome COSM to the podcast. It's the first time we've used that term on the podcast. Moving on very swiftly, Windward Horizon, a game that we've touched on briefly, and a game that we've played extensively. Not Horizon, the original Windward. Extensively at the link up over the years. The full release is now coming on the 22nd of May. So you've got 2 weeks from today, which is, we're recording this on the 8th, Thursday, the 8th of May. So you've got a couple of weeks, and the full release of Windward Horizon is coming. So that'll be good. Did we play the demo, or did we play just an alpha release of it?
It was like temporary sort of like an access, wasn't it, to the game? And
it was good. It was good. It was a really good game. Dustle from the link up played an extraordinary amount of that game as well. So I no doubt we will probably play a bit of that at the link up for sure. Now moving on, a game from originated in when we all started playing games, which is Doom. Has got a new game coming out next week. Devastate, talk to me about that.
Yeah, so May 15th, we'll see Doom the Dark Ages come out. And you're right, I played the original one when it came out in 1993, and used to install that with floppy disks.
Those were the days, weren't it?
I don't know. Some of our games now. Imagine if you had to install this new Doom on floppy disks. You'd be there. It'd take you a month to install.
In the comments, how many megs did you get on a floppy disk? Answers in the comments below. That will show your age if you know how much that is. Yeah. You're not allowed to look it up on Google as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also if anyone else who actually played the original Doom as well from 1993.
Yes, I played the original Doom.
Yeah.
So yes, so we've got a new Doom coming out of Bethesda. It's going to be the 8th entry in the Doom franchise, and it is a prequel to the Doom game that came out in 2016. Coming out on PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox, and all of the. Do you know what I like about the Doom games? They're overly simple in their concept.
Kill things.
Yeah, just go along, first person, just kill stuff. Just go and slay everything in front of you.
It feels very much like a mass will resonate with this arcade games. When you used to go to arcades, so the likes of like Time Crisis, etc., or House of the Haunted Dead, was that it?
House of the Dead,
House of the Dead.
like an on the rails shooter, those
Yeah.
sorts of things, isn't it? Where you sort of the camera just sort of pans and takes you round.
Yeah, and you just shoot and kill things. It's very simple and it's very pleasing to play.
Yeah, it's on pre-order, isn't it? There on Steam, so you can get the advanced access for the 13th of this month for £99.99.
£100 for a day early.
Or on the 15th, you can get the just the basic one for £69.99. So it's
£30 extra for 2 days of extra play. I wonder how many people are going to be buying that.
Absolutely none.
Yeah.
However, your value proposition is if you're a big fan of Doom, is that you actually get it free when you buy a 5070 graphics card. So essentially, if you want both of them,
yeah, that's not bad.
It's actually and now the graphics are, especially in the UK, are flooding back to online retailers. They're coming back, not coming back down to MSRP prices, but they're now in this much more affordable and in stock.
Availability has been a lot better as well, hasn't it?
And I was even seeing, I was actually considering picking up the 9070 XT AMD graphics card because that's now readily available and people are now competing for prices on it. But yeah, no, so that's I've on a bit of a tangent there because of the graphics cards. But yes, I think this would be a good game. The one thing I always say is a lot of hardware reviewers, graphics cards and YouTubers and review shops, Tom's Hardware, they use the old Doom Eternal game as a benchmarking tool to actually show what is possible you can get, because it always has the full range of resolution and all of your DLSS and your super sampling if you're on the AMD side and all of that stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if what you can do in this game and actually see some of the benchmarking coming out of the game would be, I think, quite interesting. It's a good game, and always one to reference when a game that changed the genre or created, I would say Doom created the FPS genre.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Anyway, moving on. Doom, very exciting.
I suppose the origin is Wolfenstein, isn't it? That's where Wolfenstein 3D is. It's the same people, ID Software, but that's the starter of.
But I don't think that's as well. It's not as well known as Doom. So I think Doom is seen as the
poster child.
It's the poster child of the birth of first-person shooters.
I would agree. Wolfenstein may have only been a single-player experience, whereas obviously Doom had the full-player.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the final part of this week's podcast, which is where Mass is going to talk us through a potential game that we may or may not be playing at the Link Up, which has either been recommended by you, the viewers, or someone we know. Mass, what is the game this week, and talk to us about it.
Yeah, so the game itself does come with a caveat. It doesn't actually have a release date. It's available. It will be available via Steam. It's from the developer and publisher More Fun Studios. It's Arena Breakout Infinite. So it's a Arena Breakout Infinite is an immersive tactical extraction first person shooter, join a fight to shoot, loot, and raid your path to fortune with realistic visuals and true-to-life audio. Push through battles where the stakes are high and the rewards are even higher. So visually, it looks fantastic. It is going to be, well, it's supposedly according to Steam, it'll actually be a free-to-play game.
Best price, greatest price ever.
So that'll be handy for us. It won't take too much convincing.
Welcome to microtransactions.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, so this will be this sounds great. Extraction shooter, first person shooter. Given that we are still a little light maybe on a first person shooter for the Raw Link this year, or a new one anyway. So yeah, but will it be actually out in time? It's hard to
Yeah, because we played Delta Force last year. Did we play it last year? Delta Force? Yeah, that was the one we played last year, and that wasn't too bad. But no, I mean, visually that game looks really good on the images and videos I've seen on Steam. The fact that it's free, I think it's really good. But as Devastate said, it's going to be absolutely riddled with microtransactions because they've got to make a profit from the game, essentially. But free is always the best way to get gamers into a game for sure. So no, we'll definitely keep an eye out for that one and add it to our wish lists. Right, we're going to leave it there for this week's podcast. Short, sharp, and sweet this week, but we've covered some very important topics as usual. And as usual, please, if you are listening or watching us on whatever platform you are listening or watching us on, please drop us a like and a subscribe over there. If you're watching this on TikTok and you've made it this far, we really appreciate it as well. Any comments you've got on anything we've talked about today or that you'd like to talk us to talk about in the future, please drop it in the comment section below. Gentlemen, anything else?
Nothing from me.
No, nothing with me either. Just to say again, 58 days to go though.
Indeed. All right, until next time, guys. I've been Beef the Legend.
I've been Devastate.
And I've been Masson Ivry. Tofu.
Catch you later, peeps. Goodbye.